All right, chat, what's popping with it, man? It's your boy, man. Unfortunately, we got to come with a video like this, man. Hey, check it out. One of my favorite rappers finally came out of hiding, came and did an interview, and what he did is shocking to all the other MCs all around the world, man. Jay-Z, man. He basically saying that battle rap shouldn't exist no more. You know what I mean? So how hypocritical is that when after we listen to this right here, we be right back. And then y'all see what I'm talking about. Holler at your boy.
Fuck what they all say. Niggas can't stop me with rumors. I'm turning strong all day. Socks exploding. Sweatpants pockets bulging. Holding it down on the corner of my block posing. My spot rolling. Drop the price of the cocaine. Stroke the competition out. Let the dough flow in. Cops is closing in. I can do the time, but what's really on my mind ain't no holes in the pants. I play the low end. Try to make it hard to find me. The Fed still trying to build the case since '93. Take it back. Take it back. Bring it back. You already know it's around.
Man, if I'm not wrong, wasn't that him battling DMX? They was battle rapping. You know what I mean? But I kind of figured what he might be talking about. You know what I mean? Because some MCs do be taking like real heartfelt subliminals, man. Or not no subliminals. No, they coming straight forward with it, in other words. But it's like, man, he's battling DMX right there. He had a beef with Nas. He had a beef with a lot of them out there, man. And he responded to a lot of them, which is called battle rap. You know what I mean? But we're gonna get to the battle, man, and let X do his part. You feel me? Holla at your boy.
Back in the pool room again. Yo, moves is made, niggas is paid. That's just how it is. When my time is up, I'ma be out with it. I'ma try to live. I mean, day by day, ain't nothing sweet about it. Act like you don't know what I'm saying? You read about it. Built for war, like an armadillo. Smother your ass with two through the pillow. Cause my shit is brilliant. Manic depressive and my head hurts. No, give me your dough and your hoe in here. Take these phone hot things. I got things that make niggas spin. Put niggas in the wind where you never see niggas again. I bless a nigga with stitches, but thin tight. And a straight razor will put pinstripes across your windpipe.
Now that's called battling. You know what I'm saying? So now we finna go to this interview, man, and see what he was talking about, because he got a lot of battle rappers upset at him right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, his favorite fans, man, is upset at him right now because he's saying that they should get rid of battle rap. It shouldn't be part of the culture no more, man. We finna get into that right now, man. Holla at your boy. Hit!
It's been a long time since you sat down for one of these.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
What have you been up to?
Wow, everything, a lot. Most people go through their things, you know, very privately.
You took it on tour.
Live every night. It was so healing. I'm fucking Jay-Z. Respectfully.
Word.
Like, for what? To what end?
How would you rate your 2025, like looking back on the last year?
It was hard, really hard. I was like heartbroken.
Really?
Yeah, I'm glad we got right to that, you know, so we could just get that out the way.
Okay.
Like, I was really heartbroken by like everything that occurred, you know, with all like, you know, we in a space now where it's just like, almost like consequence is not thought about enough. So everything is so instant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that whole Busby.
The civil lawsuit that was dropped, dismissed.
That shit took a lot out of me. I was angry. I haven't been that angry in a long time. Uncontrollable anger. Like, you don't put that on someone. Like, that's the thing that you better be super sure. It used to be like that. Like, you have to be super sure before you put those kind of things on a person. Especially a person like me. Like, even when we were doing the worst things, we were doing bad, we had those kind of rules. There was a line, no women, no kids. You know, you hear those sayings, but those are things that I took from the street. morals, integrity,
Code.
Those things I took because we lived and died by that. So it's strict for me. Like, it meant a lot to me. I took that really hard. And I knew that we was gonna walk through that. We was gonna walk through that because, first of all, it's not true. And the truth is, at the end of the day, it still reigns supreme.
When you're feeling these feelings, how do you then bounce back and get back to being Jay-Z?
I don't know. This is the first thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
Actually, it was just like, all right, man, we played enough defense. 2026 is all offense.
All right, y'all, real quick though, you know what I'm saying? He said about defense and offense. So I know what people know what that mean in football or whatever, but we got to give you the right definition of how Jay-Z is actually saying it. So when he's talking about defense, he's talking about defense refers to the act of protecting against attack, danger, or harm, or a means of resistance. It covers physical protection, legal arguments by a defendant, a team strategy to prevent scoring and justification or vindication in speech. It is often used to secure rights, property, or individuals. You know what I'm saying? So that's being on the defense. Now, being on the offense, which what he's saying 2026 is basically a violation of a law, a transgression of a moral rule, or an act causing emotional displeasure. It refers to a criminal act, felony misdemeanor, a feeling of hurt, resentment, or attacking team in sports, or a synonym. It includes crime, misdeed, insult, transgression, and assault. That's the part about the offense. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to the story.
When we first dropped Reasonable Doubt, we sold 34,000 records. We were in at MTV, give us a performance in the last slot.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? You don't even have a video that we played. They ain't say these words, but you know what I'm saying. The energy was like, you're new.
Yeah.
Like you haven't proven yourself. But in our mind, the fact that we released an album was proof enough of concept. We did it. That was hard then. We're not in control of distribution, marketing, anything. We're going like a street level, street team approach to this. And so when we put the album out, that was the win.
Yeah.
And we had some success. And remember, on the streets, we were platinum. Anywhere you was going to go, you was going to hear Reasonable Doubt.
Did you feel that way at the time, though?
No, at the time, I wanted a deal.
Were you
so
dejected?
I went to every single label. Huh?
Did you feel like dejected or?
I wasn't. Yes, I was rejected, not dejected.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? Like every door was, but I always believed in myself.
Yeah.
It wasn't a moment that I thought I'm not good enough for this industry. At every rejection, I thought, why do they have this guy in place? He doesn't know what's going on.
Like they're slacking.
They're
not seeing the vision. When you look back at that time, are there things that you're glad that you didn't know?
Yeah, of course. It's almost like if you're in the room and you go through this room and you get to the end and you open the door and you're like, wow. And then you turn back and he turned the lights off and it was like pits and snakes. Your naive nature just naturally navigated you through the dark. And that's made up for the things that we didn't know. And it helps because you can learn something so much that you just tap out. I think that happens a lot in the music business. Like people get in the music business for the right reasons and they're very passionate about it, but then it becomes Monday.
It reminds me of an old Kanye quote of something he said about you when he said, with Jay, you always see the win. What do you think he meant by that?
I think that showed the entire picture. From You Must Love Me to Regrets to, Soon You Understand. But the wins are so big that I can see where that can dominate a person's memory. You forget the losses.
Yeah. Or the perception.
Yeah, or that becomes the perception that it's only wins. And then I do say, I will not lose. So I could add to the perception as well.
I was going to say you also are really good at kind of like, you have a discipline of almost like shrugging off any kind of perception of a loss. Like, what's the next go 0 for 82? I'll look at you like it's gravy, Yeah,
because it's all wins. If I had 0.000.1 of the nets, I won.
Or
It's like I had ownership in a basketball team in Brooklyn.
is that something you continue to apply? Like,
Yeah.
when, God forbid, something goes wrong,
Yeah.
don't freak out. We can.
It's not even God forbid when something goes wrong. Something goes wrong. Everything in life happens for your greatest good. Everything. I had to not get a deal in order to become who I am today. It didn't feel like the greatest blessing of all. It was the greatest blessing that I didn't get a deal, right? So again, everything in your life, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you.
When you
Don't skip over that.
Yeah.
It's not happening to you, it's happening for you.
So
You just got to know the distinction. Everything is just how you relate to it. There's no good or bad. Shit happens. It's life.
When did you reach that acceptance of that concept, though?
I read a lot of books early, Seed of the Soul, Celestine Prophecies, and, all these different books. And I was picking up all these gems and jewels on the way. But I was also 26 when I came in, and I lived a lot of life in those 26 years. Marcy to Trenton, New Jersey, to Cambridge, Maryland, to Newport News, Virginia. I met all sorts of people, been in all sorts of situations. And I came out without a scratch. Never been to jail.
3 shots never touched me.
3 shots never touched me. I came out unscathed. It was very rare. And I was always curious after that. Once you reach that part, like I've had the living, and now I'm like, man, why did that happen? I'm always questioning, like, why did that happen? Why did it happen that way?
I want to ask you just a little bit about a written testimony specifically, just because that was the most recent release. I think it came out like right before the pandemic started. So
Yeah,
you guys
like
didn't
the
talk
day.
about that much. The day.
Yeah, my favorite verses off that just jumbled track. I love that track. It's so noisy and just so unorthodox. Flux capacitor.
You know what's funny about that? So I don't know if you remember this. You and I were emailing about that. Because I wrote about that album, and I said, this verse is crazy even if it's offbeat.
Yeah.
And you said that being offbeat was the point, champ. And I was like, well, what can I say to that?
Yeah. Sometimes you need to sit in the pocket. 'Cause my pocket is always, it's like with a foot over the thing anyway. It's always hanging to the last moment, and it's like, because sometimes I try to fit a lot of words into like a small space. Then that last word just like get in the door.
Sticking with a written testimony, you have a couple of verses on there that I really like because they kind of speak to what's going on with you in a broader sense in the culture, like on Universal Soldier, I think it is, when you said that you don't keep the same energy for the DuPonts and the Carnegies.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to talk a little bit about this idea of like you said earlier, like the things that you do for the culture, the ways that you put on, the ways that you try to protect and move forward, but kind of the pushback that you get sometimes about like people throw capitalists at you in a derogatory sense.
Yeah, I think in that verse specifically, the only thing I heard coming up was the American dream until we started being successful. And it was like, wait a minute, you're selling out because you're making money. That was the first thing that was put on musicians. People had this law for the struggling artist. That's a mind game, what we would call back in the day for tricknology. It was like, no, I'm not going for that. Like, no, I make art first. And then I make sure that I'm compensated for my art. I didn't take advantage. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people. I didn't take no one. That's not my reputation. That's not what I do. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people or taking advantage of, the loopholes in the system or some wrinkle in like a capitalist structure. That structure exists, and I just see the world for what it is, not for what I want it to be. I'm a realist, not an ideal. It's not idealistic. People speak about the world how they want to see it. You're never gonna win like that.
You said something just now, though, about you pushing independence, right? Kind of like in the spirit of Prince. When you embody that, do you feel like you are kind of setting a mold or leading a charge for like what the successful black man is allowed to do? And like breaking these spaces, breaking these confines?
Yeah. I even want you to take that out of your vocabulary.
Take what?
Aloud. You know what I'm saying? We're not allowed to do anything. You know, in order for someone to allow you, they have to have authority over you. No one has authority over us. We exist like everyone else here. No one can allow us to do anything. But that word comes from a real space. And I want to eliminate all those type of words for us.
Yeah.
Yes. So the answer to that is yes.
When you're on a mission to eliminate words like allow, like you said, do you feel like that makes you a target sometimes from?
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%. What's the Nipsey thing? Pray for me, y'all. One day I'm gonna have to pay for these thoughts. Real niggas is extinct. It ain't safe for me, my dog. These are real fucking lyrics.
You've come back to that a lot in the last few years. Like
Yeah.
the more I reveal me, the more they will kill me. Stuff like that. When you say they, like who is that?
Whatever the threat to, however the system is set up to keep things at status quo and keep us in a position of using words like allow. So anyone that's culpable in creating the system that we operate under, that's they.
Yeah.
That's they. And it actually goes beyond color.
Yeah.
Because I've encountered that a lot. Where it was just like, okay, this successful black man make it. Let me go to him.
Yeah.
And for help. And they're like, you don't fuck with no rap shit.
Oh wow.
Not like out like that, but
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's the
saying?
energy.
Like the energy. It's like you see the energy.
Yeah.
You know?
I was thinking about how you described last year as being angry and for the first time in a while. I wondered what it felt like to be pulled back into that feeling and how you pulled yourself out or how you leaned on the people around you.
Yeah.
I've been saying to pull you
I
out.
needed the people around me more than ever. Because usually when I have that feeling, I would just make music and just be therapeutic. I'd be able to, I bloat it out.
Yeah.
And I would be like, I move on. I had to sit in that for a long time. And luckily I had that. And right, again, I built this circle that's really safe for me, of people that really love me, not using me, and really care for my best interests. So I was able to have that in the time, the most crucial time for me.
Yeah.
Especially people that were close to me, and I'll explain. So when those type of things happen, people run. They don't care what happened. They don't care. It's like, save yourself.
Yeah.
So I have partners. I've had big deals with, I called my guy from LVMH, hey man, this is coming, and I can't get rid of it. I can't take a settlement.
Yeah.
It ain't in my DNA. First of all, I had to tell my wife, let's just back up.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't even in me. I know what this is the weight that this is gonna bring on our family. I can't do it. The makeup, I would die. It would have been cheaper, yes. Cheaper, quicker, move on with your life. It was like a testament because people know me. Like, I know who you are, and that's impossible. And not only we standing by you, but what do you need?
Yeah. What did you kind of do to come back from that personally or emotionally, I guess? I'm
still working with that. That's a great question. I'm still dealing with that.
What was it like watching Blue come into her own even more on this most recent tour?
That was amazing. Because on the first tour, there was a lot of conversation around her first performance, and she worked really hard to get to that point, but she still wasn't going for it. She still was going through the motions, and then after that, she just started going for it. She started fighting back. I saw her fight, maybe for the first time in her life, fighting back. Not everything is just given to her and everything is easy. She had to fight for that, and she fought for it. Then to see her do the amount of work, she's almost on every number. Yeah. I had to take her off physically or some number. Man, you can't be on that stage where she's singing, 6-inch heels. You crazy? That's never gonna happen. It was like that. It was like a fight. Sure. She wanted to dance every single number. And that's a lot of, choreography to remember. She was 13 at the time. That's a lot. And she was nailing it. She was going crazy.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Like Blue is a crazy pianist, but she won't let us get her like a teacher. She don't want to be mentored in that way because she wants it to feel just like fun. She don't want it to be a job. But when she has a perfect pitch, anything. If she hears a song, she'll be like, play it again, and then she'll play it.
Oh, wow.
Like she'll teach herself. She'll find the notes and then she's off playing it. That's just talent. Because we tell her like, that's not normal, right? And she's just like, no, I just want to play. I enjoy playing. Let me just play. So she doesn't work at that. She worked at this, and it makes me proud that she fought for something that she really wanted to do. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to get off that stage now. I don't know.
You pop out like when you want to, you record when you want to, like you're not in that, like that stricture.
Yeah, I think 444 released a lot. Although it's the hardest album for me to make, it's still hard I can't even listen to 444 because it's the album that I was always afraid to make. You know what I mean? Like you think about like, man, I want to make an album like it's just like pure and just like vulnerable and just like the real interior thoughts, not like, this Superman, like this mythical figure.
So it's interesting for you to like pinpoint that because like we were saying earlier, the last time you did one of these like kind of real sit downs was around 444 when that had like just happened and just come out. So I'm curious now, like what it's like that it's been some time since that and how you've kind of evolved with those changes and going through that door, like you said.
I'm super proud of the work that I've done and put in and to be able to do that in front of the whole world.
Yeah.
Like most people, they get to, go through their things, very privately. Right?
You took it on tour.
Live every night. It was so healing. 444 to like everything is love. That's a real chapter in life that it got recorded.
Everything is love. You're rapping like really like there's some crazy verses on there where you're just like flowing nuts. Like friends and nice, like. Yeah,
thank you. And I'm a fan of my wife's creativity. She's a monster in the studio. She can hear like a sound off of like a drum 8 months prior and be like, what happened to that drum that was, remember that song? I'm like, no. And she'll pull out a drum sound that's like needed for that moment. You know what I mean? Like she's a great producer. So when you're around that type of talent, it's just like, again, you're in that type of energy, people bringing music and, it's just a vibe. So those verses were just crafted because we were just having a good time.
It feels like you and her are in a real creative zone too right now. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like the last couple albums she's put out, I've noticed your name in the liner notes a lot too. Like, I can kind of picture you like in the studio flowing like Unicorn is the uniform you put on,
Yeah, but again, it's that energy. Like I know what she's trying to accomplish and anything that I can contribute. I mean, my family, first of all, I thought it was super important and a challenge and fun to be in the room.
Does that give you some of your own creative spark to get back to your own zone and get the pen out?
It actually does the opposite.
Really?
I'm actually fulfilled in that space. You know what I mean? Just to be like, a small cog in that wheel. I'm getting out that creativity. But again, I was just so like heavy. And I don't know how to make music that's not reflective of how I'm feeling at the moment. It would have been fiery,
that would have been.
But I don't know. I don't know if it's done more harm than good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Because, I have a lot of like scratch ideas and they like all bad. I gotta be honest. They're bad. It's just like all bad.
The streets really wanted you on that Clips album.
Yeah, I was close. I think I think the first thing that I say, it has to be said from me.
You can't be like a.
I don't want to be so rigid with it though. I'm gonna keep that open. I'm gonna take that back. But at that moment, I was like, yeah, I want to do something, but in order for me to move forward, I got to get this shit out. I got to get it out.
When we're talking about putting on for the culture, what does it mean to you to be at the helm of a cultural event so important as the Super Bowl?
I think everyone should experience music in its totality. And for a lot of years, it was only one side of music that was being represented.
Yeah.
And we got the opportunity to create a more balanced idea of what popular music is today.
Yeah.
I'm not going out on a limb. It's just the most famous people in the world.
Statistically supported.
It's like, I'm not like, I didn't pick like the indie artist that I really like from Portland. The #1 streamed artist in the world. Him.
It's crazy that I think last year was still like the first solo rap act, which is crazy to say that last year was that. Was that a hard one to get across the board?
Not without conversations that was like dated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you said, the stats show Kendrick broke the audience record.
Yep.
It's not rocket science. It's like this is the music of our time, and it should be represented on the biggest stage because these are some of the. I'm not saying they're the only artists, right? Obviously, other artists would be offended.
Yeah.
But I think that was the right choice.
As a rapper, first and foremost, and being one of the pillars of contemporary rap, I would have to imagine that you got a special kick out of watching that show, though, in particular.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I thought it was brave. I thought what he did was brave, and it speaks to who he is as a performer. Mm-hmm. He could have made it a little easy on himself. Just
aesthetically and like what the
no. Aesthetically, it was beautiful. It was flawless. The artistic choice to play
the new album
was a choice, and brave in front of that big of an audience. Because even if 10 million people know some of these songs, there's 120 million people that's like, what is he doing? And as an artist, to stand up there and do it and complete your vision was like, I had to tip my hat. Like, I have a high respect for him already, but like even more, my respect was like, he's really about what he say he's about.
Yeah.
I
have to ask you this only as a participant in.
You don't have to give a disclaimer first.
Well, I'm just saying, as someone who was part of probably the genre's biggest rap beef.
Well, until now.
As a spectator, what did you think of the 2024 back and forth between him and Drake?
I'm gonna have an answer you're not gonna like.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna like. That's presumptuous. I think that, look, there was 4 pillars of hip hop. There are 4 pillars of hip hop, right?
Yep.
There's breakdancing.
Yep.
And it's graffiti.
Yep.
There's DJing and battling.
Yep.
Breakdance is not at the forefront of rap anymore. It's actually an Olympics sport. So that's dead. Graffiti.
Yeah.
Beautiful, in certain places.
Yeah.
And even in like, major art and like Keith Haring.
Yeah.
And Basquiat, actually, a street artist.
Yep.
Took it to a next level. It's not part of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
DJing. The DJ was in the forefront. It was Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Right, yeah.
Eric B. and Rakim.
Yeah.
You don't even know the DJ for half of the artists anymore. Who's Drake DJ? I have no idea. Okay.
Couldn't tell you off top.
That no longer exists. And the last pillar is battling. We love the excitement. And I love the sparring and the music you get. Mm-hmm. But in this day and age, it's so much negative stuff that comes with it that you almost wish it didn't happen.
Really?
Yeah, because it's almost like it's a final thing. Now people that like Kendrick hate Drake.
Yeah.
No matter what he makes, no matter what he says, and it goes far too. It's like attack on his character and his thing and it's like, I don't know if I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's helpful to our growth. Where the fallout lands, especially on on social media, which takes place every day.
Yeah.
And now you have these pods of cult.
The Stan armies fighting.
Yeah, and it's like, it's too far.
Yeah.
It's like bringing kids in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't like that. Maybe I've grown in a space that is probably, I sound like the old guy wagging the finger. But I think we can achieve the same thing as far as like sparring with music, with collaborations more so than breaking the whole thing apart.
Yeah.
It could stand it before because there was no social media and there was no thing, and you know, you had the battle and it was fun and then you moved on.
Right.
Right now, I don't know if it could stand it with the technology that we have.
Because it takes up so much oxygen.
It takes up so much oxygen.
Yeah.
And now it's just like every day they're just trying
Like they're
to
still
take,
talking about it.
It's not just talking about it. Not like, yo, this song I like this.
Yeah.
No, it's like trying to tear down the people's life.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like trying to, you know, wreck this guy's marriage or this guy's relationship with his child. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it at this point.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, look, real quick. What I get out of it is like, hey, see, with the music and how you lyrically spar, it's cool when you battling. You know what I'm saying? There is a difference. So he basically just saying, like, when you bring in the kids in it, like when you're talking about somebody's dead grandmama, you'll spit on their grave and you'll burn it. You know what I'm saying? You'll rat-tat-tat-tat, kill them all. And then y'all really go do that. You know what I'm saying? And then the music made y'all go do that. So, like, I kind of agree with him, like, on that part of battle rap, but not to ban battle rap to its totality. You know what I'm saying? For real, though. So we basically need to just know how to, like, write a little better, know how to diss somebody more lyrically than, like, really, really insulting them, and that'll make the craft and hip-hop continue to live on, man. I just want to say that. I'm going to let Jay-Z finish it off, though. I don't see nothing really wrong with him not liking battle rap because of the total negativity that's within it. You can't bring up people's kids and their wife, and then you tell a secret that this dude did, then his family, they broke up, and I feel that. So that's the part y'all should keep out of battle rap. Sharpen your swords more, just get a little bit better, and see how, you know, of a wordsmith you could possibly be. I'm gonna let Jay-Z finish it off, though, man. I don't see nothing wrong with what he said, though. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get back to it. I'll let your boy.
Again, I love the idea that we got so much music in such a short period of time.
Great music.
Just everything around it was just like, man, it's like taking us a couple steps back.
Yeah.
And we just grown so much that I don't know if, I guess I'm gonna say it, I don't know if battling needs to be part of the culture anymore.
Interesting.
I hate that I have this point of view. I do, because I know what it sounds like. I know what it feels like. I hate it. It's just how I feel about it.
Well, it even kind of extended to you, right? Because people made it a personal thing that you chose Kendrick for the Super Bowl. It's like, oh man, he's choosing the side and he's and he's not.
Like I don't have, what do I have to do with that? I chose the guy that was having a monster year. I think it was the right choice.
Word.
It wasn't in some sort of alliance to a battle. I don't.
Yeah.
What I care about them two guys battling, like, what's that got to do with me?
Word.
Have at it. Have fun. It's almost like, not just me, by the way. They drag everybody in it. Like, everyone's part of this conspiracy to undermine Drake, I guess. But, like, what the fuck? Like, what? I'm fucking Jay-Z. or due respect to him. I'm fucking Hov. Do respectfully.
Word.
Like, for what? To what end?
Yeah.
It couldn't be that these guys just don't like each other.
Yeah.
And I think they haven't liked each other for a long time.
Before you had anything to do with it.
For a while.
Yeah.
I think this has been brewing, just like me and Nas was brewing.
Yeah.
It didn't happen at the Summer Jam. That happened, the Lex and TV sets, the minimum, whatever. It was a whole bunch of stuff leading up to that point.
Myth-Fleek, what is the Myth-Fleek slugs in your hat, right?
It was slugs in your hat. It was a bunch of like little things that led up to that point. And then when it happened, I actually regret that because I really like Nas. He's a really nice guy.
But also to your point, like I remember I was like 10 or 11 when that happened. I was like,
pick a side.
Well, I was on your side.
Yeah, I got clearly.
But my position was I can't go out and buy Stillmatic or ask my parents to buy Stillmatic.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna borrow it and burn it because I can't deny one mic, you know?
Like I want to hear it.
Yeah.
But I ain't supporting them.
Word.
Yeah.
So it's almost kind of like fostering the same independence that you carry versus like
right back to the
just
beginning.
being like you're signed to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna curate your career in this sort of way.
Yeah.
You know. I never was comfortable with that anyway.
with being
An
in
artist's
charge?
expression should be their expression. I really fall back. That's what I think what happened with Cole. Like just the narrative around Cole is that we didn't love Cole. No, we believed in him enough to let him find his journey.
Yeah.
And he found his path. It took him a minute,
Yeah.
but he found his way.
Was that something that you had to learn yourself though too? Because Cole will tell the story about how like you wanted to sit him with Stargate and maybe think about that single.
Yeah, I was giving him a chance to take his talent and show it to the most people possible,
Yeah.
but his way. I didn't force on it. It's like, here's this record from Stargate, and you putting it out like I forced Bleak to make Men Bleak. It's like, no.
I mean, I think that
Bleak,
worked.
my little brother, he has to listen to me. You know what I mean?
Word.
But like for J. Cole, he has to find his own direction, and I'm gonna give him the tools.
Yeah.
I mean, we made big records with Stargate. They made humongous records and on Rihanna and blah blah blah, and even I think they made the Wiz Khalifa Black and Yellow.
Yep. Yeah.
Biggest songs in the world.
Yeah.
You don't want to go see it? Fine.
All right.
So I'm gonna present that, but I'm not gonna make them do it.
Yeah. What is your relationship with Cole like these days?
Obviously, there's things behind the scenes, with, like artists and shit like that gets complicated.
Yeah.
But I think you given a chance to prove that you're above board is an opportunity.
Word.
So I don't have any negative feelings for him. I'm actually super proud of him and what he's done.
It sounds like you're still, like, when you came in, we were talking about the mixtape, like you're still engaging with the work as a fan too.
Yeah, Clue sent it to me actually.
Oh, word?
Clue, not Cole.
Yeah?
He sent it to me because he's proud, right?
Yeah.
Think about Clue, like he have like a resurgence behind it.
Yeah. I want to go back to this idea we were talking about just doing things the right way, even when that comes to like attaining wealth and continuing to amass wealth. We're talking about B-sides. One of your illest lines to me is face to the ceiling, race to 1 billion, heaven on earth, will his wings still fit him? So
Yeah.
like, what's the answer to that question? Is it a constant struggle to maintain?
Your morality defines who you are, right? It's not what you've attained. It's not a dollar amount that changes you.
Yeah.
And if so, what is that dollar amount? When does it start? Is it 100,000? Is it 150? Like at what point, if it's a cutoff, if it's like all millionaires are bad,
Yeah.
okay. So at 999,000, I'm good. It can't be that way, right? It doesn't
Word.
make any sense. The system is set up against me, against us. But I'm talking about my specific struggle.
Yeah.
Everything was against me. My talent, not taking advantage of people, not taking advantage of a system, not creating tax loopholes, not just taking from other people. No, my talent pushed against all the headwind. And with that success, I've done things with my reach that I wanted to do that was helpful for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And with the system that we have, what are you going to do? Because I don't believe in that the idea that someone has a certain amount of money, it defines their personality.
So when you have like an example like that versus like the kind of, I would say, commonplace public perception that someone would say all billionaires are bad or no one should have $1 billion. Like, what's the tension in that?
I got to give you the honest answer.
Please.
There's no tension.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you say. You can believe what you want to believe.
Word.
And people behave the way they want to behave.
You was who you was before you got here.
You was who you was before you got here. That's the makeup of your person. You're going to believe what you're going to believe, and you're going to behave the way you behave.
You're looking at a year that you defined to me as all offense. And, you said that you made scratches and they sounded kind of like fiery and maybe not anything you wanted to put out. So it made me wonder, like, what are the hallmarks of a great Jay-Z album right now? Like, what are you trying to put out there that you would want to put out there?
I don't know yet. I don't know. But I know that we have enough negativity currently. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what I need to create currently that's gonna like fulfill me.
Okay.
And make me happy, because that's most important.
Yeah.
Right. And whatever that feeling is, will vibrate and like touch people in a way with its honesty. And maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm stopping myself from just creating. Trying to create something that people like
Yeah.
is where I think a lot of artists get jammed up.
Right.
You know,
Overthinking it?
Yeah, they just try to make.
Or reverse engineer it. Yeah.
Yeah, or like, you know, they love the feeling of that white hot feeling of when they was you know, it felt new.
Yeah.
And that newness, trying to create that, is where they get jammed up, because you don't know slang, and you don't think. It's sad. It's like it's cringy. Like, nah, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Make your type of music. Because you ain't doing what you saying you're doing. I'm not doing the same thing I was doing in '96.
Yeah.
So we need to make that any type of music that approaches that would be embarrassing, because it's not authentic. You just gotta make something timeless that I really love, and that's really honest and true to who I am.
You once said to the Russian billionaire that you were doing business with, I think with the Nets or Barclays, Mikhail, and you were saying how he showed you that, like, you both stayed at the same hotel and you were on one floor and you thought you were staying on the highest floor, and then he revealed that there was an even higher floor that he stayed on, and that lesson to you was that there's always a higher floor to climb. So I wanted to check back in and see if you still feel that way. Like, do you feel like you've reached the highest floor, or there's still floors to climb, and what the next however many years looks for you?
Yeah, they're more start because I thought the highest floor in the building was the end of it, right? The next step is like owning the building. No, you're staying at my hotel.
That's hard.
I think in that way, if we just stay childlike and stay curious, there's always going to be another level. Even I was like, yo, let's go. Do something.
Big was like, yo, if anyone of y'all doing Response Records, I'm not messing with you no more. Do not do that. That's not what we do.
He was like, nah, I know where this is going. I'm not gonna feed into that energy. That's not the sort of energy that I want. I want it different. So like, he saw something else for himself. I've been crushing the buildings as on socks. So you? So independent, I might buy catch. I might not stop. Place cap. 76 floors, you can call me the doc. Hey, remember the doc place, 76? Dr. J. So I got the 76th floor in the joint. So I like 76 floors, you can call. Whatever.
Hot 97 jayz. You know
say when. Say when. Inspired by Bosby, I'm a chariots of fire. Everybody took shots, hit my body up, I'm tired. Build me up, break me down, to build me up again. They like, Hov, you need your back, so we kill your ass again. Hov got flow, though he's no big in Pac, but he's close. I'm posted when they got me fighting gold. Man. Yo! Same shit, they night you, they gon' good night you with. That's only half if they like you. They ain't even the half what they might do. Don't believe me, ask Michael. See Martin, see Malcolm. You see Biggie, see Pac, see success in his outcome. See Jesus, see Judas. See Caesar, see Brutus. See success is like suicide. Suicide is a suicide. If you succeed, prepare to be crucified. Media medals, niggas sue you, you settle. Every step you take, they remind you ghetto. So it's tough being Bobby Brown. To be Bobby then, you gotta be Bobby now. Now the question is to have had and lost better than not having a man. Turn that up. Yo! Turn up for me.
Hot 97, you heard? You know what it is, Flex jayz.
Yeah. Everybody wanna be the king, the shots ring, you laying in the balcony with holes in your dream, or you Malcolm X'd out, get distracted by screams. Everybody get channeled my jeans. Everybody look at you strange, say you change, like you work that hard to stay the same, Game stayed the same, the name changes, so it's best for those to not overdose on being famous. Most kings get driven so insane that they try to hit the same vein that Kurt Cobain did. No dangerous, so shameless, divided to the intersanctum of your chambers. Low chain them as the enemies approach, so raise your drawbridge and drown them in the moat. In the spirit I'm evoking, hold on. Everybody screaming they want the old ho, but the new improved ho hit like Albert Pujols. Everybody wanna hear me talk that money like Phil Rizzuto, but my mind is on Pluto. Bills that I do for, I now invest on, trying to find some loopholes in the IRS. swear I used to have a few hoes. I am just concentrating on making a new hoe through sex. I've awakened just to trying to school those, boot those, trying to follow in my shoes with juice bros. Better adhere to this text where you go. Broke, spending more than you accrued on silly baguettes. I know silly baguettes, silly, you're learning your own. At least my conscience is clear, I'm no longer steering you wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with baguettes after you get a home. Take care of your home. You can go back and I'm getting courted by the bosses, the Eggers and Doug Morses, Jimmy Eyes and Lee Orses. Gotta be more than the courses. They respecting my mind now, just a matter of time now. Operation take over corporate, make over offices, then take over all of it. Please may these words be recorded to serve as testimony that I saw it all before it came to fruition. Sort of a premonition, uncontrollable hustler's ambition, alias superstition. Like Stevie, the writing's on the wall like my lady, right, baby? Thought over force, but y'all thought I was crazy, maybe like a fox from KG. The more successful, the more stressful, the more and more I transform the gold gecko in the race to $1 billion. Got my face to the ceiling, got my knees on the floor. Please, Lord, forgive him. Has he lost his religion? His degree gon' get him. He's having heaven on earth. Will his wings still fit him? I got the Forbes on my living room floor, and I'm so dope to the motherfucker. I want more. Times most influential was impressive, especially since I wasn't in the artist section. Had me with the builders and the titans. Had me right with Booty Murdoch. Billionaire boys and some dudes you never heard of. Word up on Madison Ave, I'm a cash cow. Word down on Wall Street, home when you get the cash out. IPO hove, no need for reverse merger. The boy money talk, no need to converge further. The baby blue mad back like I own Gerber. Ballroom, I'm lifting your skirt up. The corporate take.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all liked it, man. Like, share, subscribe. And before we actually get up out of here, man, I'm finna play a song by mine. You know what I mean? It's called Super Bars. It's basically like a battle verse. Nobody name in it. It's not talking about nobody kids, nobody wife, no nothing. I just labeled it Super Bars because that's what it is. Super Bars. I mean, I know everybody can always outdo the next verse or whatever, but I just look at it like, you know what I'm saying? Keep your battle raps way more friendlier, man. Just use the words and try to outword somebody. Don't bring their mama up, she smoke crack and all that. On the real though, man. It do take the content out of it though. We up out of here, baby. Coolest dude on YouTube. You know what I mean? We finna play Super Bars, man. Give me like 3 more minutes, y'all. We up out of here.
They say bars, and if you 56, you shouldn't be rapping and shit. That's what they said though. Watch this. I'm the unstoppable animal, radical, manufactural, mechanical and mandible, shattering all your clavicles. Your catalog is laughable, fragile and tactical. I aim at your cap with a flamethrower tactical. Your metaphor is magical, more like it's practical. I box in the booth like it's fight night classical. Unmatchable syllables, flammable rituals. You're sweet on the mic, boy. I damage your visuals. Hypocrite, so spiritual, gimmicks, residuals. I'm breaking your ego down, typical and minimum. You're pitiful, fictional, sounding identical. I body you slow, it's deliberate and it's criminal. Decimating these rappers in the multiple increments. They mimic my style, but they lack in deliverance. A feminine soft like cinnamon and the sentiments. My venom is infinite, God level emphasis, evident excellence. MC's extension, you fold in the booth like a sonic conviction. My diction is friction, precision addiction. I crack through your armor with my vocal constriction. Your basic division, a quantum decryption. I atom split verses with my golly affliction. Depictions of diction, unscripted with friction. Eviction for fiction, no room for restriction. You're fragile, I panic, I'm jagged and manic. Your flow's outdated, it's tragic like the Titanic. Dynamic and mechanic, I'm ripping through the planet. You vanish and it's static, with bars get volcanic. No magic, just a havoc, I turn you to granite. To study my style like a verse in the Sanskrit. Incredible cadence, impeccable statements. You beg for the future, I did the arrangements. I'm surgical, major like lyrical agent. A virtual hatred, no physical greatness. I'm fatal, faceless, with biblical phrases. You'll sound like you write in invisible pages. I'm ruthless and focused, your verse is atrocious. You mumble through the bars like the tongue is hypnosis. Explosive approaches, my aim is ferocious. ferocious. I cook you in the lava, then I serve you as roaches. It's evident, excellent MC's extension. You fold in the booth like your sonic conviction. My diction is friction, precision addiction. I crack through your armor with my vocal constriction. Your basic division from quantum decryption. I atom split verses with my golly affliction. Depictions, addictions, I'm scripted with friction. Eviction for fiction, no room for restriction. Respectfully, argue metaphor blasted. Your pen game is weak and your presence is plastic. I'm classic, Jurassic, barbaric with tactics. You try to go deep, but the bars is elastic. You're faker than the actors with chain made of plastic. I'm realer than the shadows and the caskets, you bastards. Rolling with the spirits who speak through the drum. I'm deaf to the law and immune to the numb. Triple it with the rhythms and I fractured the prism. They trapped in religion and I mastered the vision. Back with precision and I strike with a vision. I flip dimension, no traps or submissions. Enemies crawl in the pattern of pain. I dance in the blood when it falls like the rain. I'm cold in the city, they fold under pressure. I'm bold with this pen like a hole in a vessel. It's evident, an excellent MC's extension. You fold in the booth like a sonic conviction. My diction is friction, precision addiction. I crack through your armor with the vocal constriction. Your basic division, I'm quantum decryption. I atom split verses with a golly affliction. Depiction of diction, I'm scripted with friction. Eviction for fiction, no room for restrictions. Hey, don't call me no legend, because I'm deeper than the name. I'm ghosting through static and speaking through flames. You know what I'm saying? Y'all cadence is cheap, it's a pawn in the game. I carry the blade that was birthed in the shame. Running with the wolves while you bark on the leash. I'll feast in the winter and you starve in the feast. The darker the beat, the sharper the teeth. Or harvest the grief, must I depart from the weak. Heh!